I think I legitimately suck at making YouTube videos now. Like, I don't even think it's recoverable. Like, I think I've now just gone bad and there's no way to get back, which is a lie. Obviously, it's a lie, but also this puts forward the implication that, or this implies that I thought I was good before. And what is before? What is this date I'm talking about? Well, I don't know. I just recorded a video. I didn't uh, do it wearing this because I didn't want to seem pretentious, but I put this on because it's warm. I was just wearing this like black thing for the video, and I was like, oh, I have this like collared shirt now, and I've been styling it up for the pod lately, so that's why I look like this. I look sophisticated, but I sound like a fucking idiot. Like I legitimately can't make videos. I don't know what it is. So I haven't recorded a video. I thought about it since I think mid October. And so I just, what is it, January 17th? Yeah, so it's been one, two, three fucking months. Jesus Christ. It's been 3 months since I've recorded a video, and oh boy, does it feel like 3 months. I've been trying to like, I don't know if you guys make videos or like do anything that's like similar to that, where you gotta like hype yourself up to like get ready to do it. Um, it's anytime you gotta give a presentation, right? So like a presentation, yeah, you know that feeling, the presentation feeling. Like you gotta hype yourself up. You have to be in the right like space to do that. And so I got, I was ready like probably 2:30 a.m. and then I didn't finish recording until like 5:30 a.m. It's not that it took me 3 hours. The recording was actually just an hour. So it was realistically, it was from like 4 to 5 a.m. that I recorded, but just from 2:30 to 4, I had to spend like hyping myself up and just being like, you can do this. This is, you know what you're doing. And it's so stupid because like I've done it for a while. This is why it's silly, because sometimes I've gotten questions from people and they're under this idea that like I'm comfortable on camera. And I guess I am, like more than I guess an everyday person, like than average. Um, but still, like I still struggle with just the stupidest shit. The thing is, okay. Well, part of the problem is like I haven't talked to people. And so I don't know how to say things. I realized that all my like, well, no, I've talked to people, but I realized like my cadence and shit is not, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. I was going to say, like, I don't know how the cadence of like how to tell a joke, but I've always struggled with that on video. Like in person, it's so easy to like nail the timing and everything of a joke. And it's really ironic that I took a pause there. But like when I'm in a video, I can't tell jokes funnily in a funny way. And I've never been able to like get past that. Like all my jokes in my videos are fucking like stupid. Maybe it's because I know that they're there. Like I wrote them, then I said them like 17 times. Wasn't happy with any of the takes, and then I edit it for like hours. Maybe it's because it goes through that process. I think I'm not like, I don't know how to like deliver a joke on camera. And maybe that's why I like the podcast a little bit for like that, because this isn't edited. There's no expectation that this needs to be edited. It's just what it is. But like with that, there's a way that everything needs to be with videos, like main channel shit. There's a way that everything needs to be done, and I feel like I never fucking do it right. I don't know. I've been in situations like this before. Like I made this video, seven, what was it? 7 things I wish I knew before I started college. I think I remember. I remember recording that video at 11 p.m. It was 11 p.m. to I think a little past midnight, and I remember in the middle of that, or near the beginning of recording that video, I literally leaned back in that chair that I sit in, and I took like just a deep breath. I was like, should I just stop? Like, not making videos, but just that video. Should I just stop that video? I've never really done that before. Like, started recording a video and then been like, okay, let's not do that, you know? Um, but that one, I legitimately was like, I should stop. But I was making videos so often then that I was like, no, I have to make this. And that video needed to be out because it was gonna like talk about like me doing my own Q&A. Like it was that video and then this video came right after it. So you needed the first one to do the second one. And I was like, no, let's just power it through. And I recorded it and I never felt worse making a video. I even went to work the next day and I told Alec, um, and I told him, I was like, I've never recorded a worse fucking video in my entire life. And what's weird is I watched that video today. It's a good video. It's good. It's objectively fine. It's pretty okay. Actually, it's a little better than okay, honestly. It's a solid video. It did well. It's short. It kept people's attention. It performed well. And I fucking legitimately was like, maybe I suck. So it's like, I had that same feeling with this. But the problem with this one is that video was like an informational video. This one is like an entertainment video, right? I watched a video and I kind of, reacted to it. I've done that. I've done that on my channel. But it's bad. I think it's bad. No, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's that. I don't know anymore. Well, okay. So when's the last time I've reacted to a video? Can I go to my channel? What's the last video where I reacted to a video? Because I guess, has it just been so long? 4 months ago. Which means if I recorded that, it was probably 5 months ago. Because there's no way I posted in the same month I recorded it. So the last time I recorded one of these was 5 months ago. Okay, that's fair. And like, I think I was in also a different, I was doing differently, like, I think I was how do you, God damn it. Like, this is me trying to, uh, talk about emotions. Isn't that weird? This is what it looks like. I legitimately just got stuck. I I was like, I know there's supposed to be words here, and I have the words. I'm like, but I don't want them. No, This is objective. This is objectively true. 5 months ago, I was definitely happier. I was definitely a happier person. Yeah. So I think this isn't how I thought this was gonna go. This podcast episode, but when does it ever? And that's the other thing. I kind of stressed out about this podcast episode because I missed last week because I had like a thing to do and I got really busy. So I did that. This is so shit. This is so garbage. So I did that. No, but I didn't skip a week because I'm like not doing well. I just needed there was another thing that was more important. I am doing okay. Let's restart. We're not going to restart this, but let me just come at this a different way. I'm still doing well. I know last episode I talked about how I'm making these changes in my life. They're not New Year's resolutions. They're just things I'm doing, like working out, trying to get outside, eating better. Well, let's give an update on that. I have been working out still. It feels fucking dope. I actually got like so into it that I tried to do it too many days in a row, and 2 days ago I had to sleep like half the day because I was like, my body was exhausted. It was insane. But no, I worked out. I've been working out the past 2 weeks, so that's good. I can feel like I'm definitely getting like stronger. Relatively, that does not say much because I was so fucking week. Like I sit and eat dinner. I sit in one place for more than 30 minutes. Your back starts to hurt. Just shit like that. I pick up the plate to go take it to the sink. The arms are shaky. No, I'm kidding. It never gets as bad as that stuff. But you just get tired like a little too easy, and you're like, that's not how a 23-year-old should operate. Um, you know. So yeah, I've been doing that. I've been eating well. Um, you know, I looked up healthy snacks, as one does. Does one do? I don't know. I don't know another man's doo doo. Um, but I looked up like healthy snacks, and yogurt is a healthy snack. So like today actually, or yesterday, I bought yogurt, different types. There was like it's all Yoplait, I think. Um, French vanilla, chocolate mousse, and then blueberry. I tried the chocolate mousse one. Wow. Oh my god. Terrible. I hate it. It's so fucking disgusting. Chocolate mousse yogurt, gross. It the very initial taste is so like acidic. It tastes like also I hate the texture. The texture is like a sponge that was just sitting in water for 10 years. Like it breaks once it hits your mouth, but it's like, oh, I don't like it's not a texture that I think humans should participate in. It's not good. But then right when you like taste it, it's so acidic. It tastes like a sponge that was just being dissolved in pee, urine. And for 10 years, it's so gross. I don't know how anyone likes that. And I should have known actually. Now that I think about it, wait, that's the only flavor that was on the top shelf. Like all the other flavors were gone. That's why no one wants to eat that shit. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. That's like, no, I don't have a good analogy because it's 6 a.m. This sucks. I'm, let me refer to my list. When in doubt, go to the list. Uh, speaking, yeah, I wrote down a note actually. Also, I have my notes on this like screen now because I realized I could turn the brightness down so it doesn't look like weird on my face. So now I actually have my notes up there. Um, physically, I said it, I'm working out and stuff. I actually, this is crazy. I don't know if you can relate to this, but your socks sometimes, or any article of clothing, they have like this thread that sometimes forms. Like I think there's one right here. Yeah, yeah. See this thread right there? Sometimes you can yank them off. Uh, but then what do you do with it? What do you do with the little thread that you yanked off? You usually just look both ways, drop it. Even when you're alone, because you're like, well, I don't know who else is watching. You know. But I actually did something the other day. I was laying in bed. I noticed my sock had like a thread. I was like, I'm gonna get that real quick. Yanked it, and then I got up, threw it away in the trash. I was like, old guy would have never, you know. And I noticed like when you work out, you're okay like doing those little things. Like if I need to, this is so stupid. Like there are times when I will forego an orange juice refill because I'm like, yeah, it's all the way over there. I'm not gonna. I don't really need orange juice. Honestly, you can get too much vitamin D. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, we've all heard of that. Too much of a good thing. So honestly, this is probably the smart decision. You know. And then I'll finish chips. I'll finish eating chips, but like the chips are not gone. I just opened a new bag. There's still half a bag of chips. Actually, when you open them, there's half a bag of chips. So now there's like a quarter bag of chips. And naturally, you want to get that closed up, so it doesn't get aired out immediately. No, I finish watching whatever video or whatever I'm doing, and then I have to psych myself to get up out of the chair. But now I was like, oh my god, I'm done with these chips. I immediately got up and got a clip and clipped it. I was like, who am I? Oh my god, Mr. Proactive over here. Oh, does anyone else need something changed? And then the local elementary school was like, can you be our crossing guard? I was like, okay, nope, that's busy that day. I know I said I wanted to like do new things and like help the community, but it was no, that's not. I'll like give you a clip for your bag, but you have to return it, by the way, and wash it. Ugh. Elementary school kids, gross, gross. Ugh. They always got like paint and dirt on their hands. It's like, ugh. And like chocolate, or you hope it's chocolate. You're like, ugh. You know? This week I was thinking about kids. Like, like having kids, you ever think about that? And it's not immediately in my mind because I'm 23, but I'm like, wait, don't some people like kind of think about it? Like around this age? Isn't that crazy? Well, no, a lot of people, not a lot of people. I make it seem like it's a epidemic. Yeah, everyone, we got the second baby boomers coming. No, it's like, oh, was there a war? No, people are just horny. But a lot of people from not a lot, I said it again. Why did I say it again? No, quite a few people from my high school are parents now, which is fucking insane to me. But then it got me thinking, like, I've always grown up, like, been like, I want kids. But then for the past, like, 2 or 3 years, I've been so not a fan of that idea. Like, this isn't, I'm not like, and it's not one of those things where it's like, well, now I never want kids forever. But I'm like, if we take a snapshot and just like at Gauruv right now, this Gauruv does not want this Gauruv doesn't want kids anywhere near him. Like, that sounds terrible. Kids? Ugh. Like, and you're like, oh, what if your like friends have kids? Like, do you want to see it? No, I don't. I don't want to see it. Fuck no. Get away from me. What are they gonna offer me? Huh? Like intellectually? I don't give a shit about, oh, your new toy? Who yeah. Ugh. New shape? Okay, bud. Geometry in 8th grade. Yeah, advanced math, GATE program. Chill out, okay? Come to me when you got a rhombus, okay? Then we'll talk. And if you can differentiate what that is versus a parallelogram, where the overlap is there. You know what? How about this? Create a Venn diagram. One side's rhombus, one side's parallelogram. Bring that to me, fill it out, then we'll talk, okay? But I don't just want, I don't get this. It's like, kids are like interns, It's like, if all our interactions, I have to teach them. And I don't, just, it's like, oh, well, they're the younger generation. They can teach you that. I don't care. What cartoons are they? I don't care. Your cartoons suck. I don't give a fuck. No, but I was like, wait, did I write down anything? Because I remember thinking about this, but then I was like, did I write anything? I don't think I wrote anything about the kids thing, but I was just thinking about that. Yeah. And there's probably like a push, right? And like, it depends on your family, your upbringing, all that. Like some people, there's that clock, right? I don't think I have that clock yet. Like it's dormant right now, but there probably will be a clock at some point that's like, hey, so, if you want to do that whole kid thing, you're going to have to like, maybe start thinking about that. And it's like, oh, can we maybe push it to next? No, you can't push it. This is what the warning is for. I'm like, oh, okay. No, that's fine. So maybe next year we can check back. No, you have to start thinking about it right now. Okay, fine. And I just wonder, when is that going to be? When I have to start fucking thinking about it? I don't want to think about it. Yeah. All right. Okay, so here's what I don't get. So growing up, I would always be like, yeah, kids, I'm going to have kids. But now being like anti-kids right now, I don't get how you're supposed to cross over. Like, like I have such a good argument to not have kids. And honestly, there's just no great, I mean, no, I immediately thought there's a good argument to have kids. Like, but I think it's just like college. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh my God. You know what I did today? Earlier today? Yesterday, technically. Um, and I couldn't tell if I did this, I thought about this as a joke or it was real, what I did. Um, I reached an intersection and there was a bike to the left, and I did see the bike. He had a very faint light on. Like I would imagine like most people probably wouldn't see that bike there, but I'm very like I check all the spots. Like I'll sit at a stop sign for about 10 seconds. No. But yeah, I'll sit at a stop sign. I'll get out a little checklist, and I'll be like, okay, forward, no one. Cool. Nope, still no one. Okay, right. Someone might be coming. I'll put it as a maybe. I'll come back to it. Anyone behind me? Like that matters. But I'll check all the spots. And so I saw this bike, but we both tried to wait each other out. You ever have that? The standoff? And so I just sat there. I was like, I'm just going to sit here. I don't have anywhere to go, And so he rides and gives a little wave. And you could tell he was like appreciative. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I did that because I don't have much human interaction these days. Maybe I did that just to get that warm feeling, That guy thinks I was doing that for him. No, that was for me. That was purely for me to feel better about myself. Because to me, I was like, that was a full interaction. Honestly, that filled my cup for the day. It was nice to get that interaction, but no, I don't need anything else besides that. That was good enough. But yeah, then I thought to myself, it was a joke. I thought about it immediately. I was like, oh, I let him go so that we had to have an interaction. But I was like, wait a minute, is that what you actually did? Like, then you start genuinely being like, hey, what was that back there? Huh? What were we doing back there? Oh, that was a joke. It's like, are you sure though? That was really fucking weird what you did. What was it? I didn't personally, I didn't see it that way. Really? Yeah, no, I didn't. Why, did you think something was weird? Yeah, I mean, you could have gone. Ample amount of time to go. Uh-huh. But you waited. I did. That's correct. What's up with that? Well, I just... Thanksgiving. I mean, either way you go, it's wrong. Okay, well, that's fair. They're like, you wanted that for you. I did. Shut up. Okay, just... I went to In-N-Out about 2 weeks ago, and I was in the drive-thru, and the guy is, taking the order. He says, hi, welcome to In-N-Out. What can I get started for you or whatever, And I said, I'll take a double. No tomatoes, yes on the onion though. He said, okay. I said, I'll take a fries. He said, do you want a drink? And I was like, so, sorry, what was that? He said, oh, do you want a drink with that? I was like, oh, yeah. He's like, okay, what can I get you to drink? I was like, a Neapolitan shake. He was like, cool. That all? I was like, yeah. Or actually, he said, anything else? I was like, nope, that's it. He's like, cool. Here's your total. It'll be at the first window. I was like, cool. But I was like, what the fuck was that? Did you pick up on what happened there? So he was like, burger? I was like, or like, what can I get you? I said, burger. He said, okay. Then I said, fries. And instead of saying, okay, he was like, do you want a drink? It's like, I'm getting there. Like, this is what I expected to happen. It's like, I want a burger. Okay. I want fries. Okay. I want a drink. Okay. That's it. Cool. Here's your total. Get to the window. But no, that's not how it went. I said, I'll take a burger. He said, okay. I'll take fries. He was like, do you want a drink? I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, what do you think the next part is? And I couldn't stop thinking about this for like 5 minutes. I was like, why the fuck did he say that? Like the whole, and it's in and out. So I'm in the drive-thru for about 3 hours. So I have a lot of time to think about it. And I was like, why did that happen? And then I kept thinking about, like, what is this like? And it's like, you're telling your friend a story, or actually at this point, they're probably not your friend because you'll understand. You're telling someone a story and they're like, oh my God, what happened next? And you're like, I'm fucking, what do you think? You think I'm just going to start telling a story and then just stop? Like, you think you got to ask for each, but no, you don't have to. Just sit back, chill out, and I'll tell you the whole story. Yeah, so then I went to the party. I'm not gonna tell you the rest. You didn't ask for it. I'm not never gonna do that. What the fuck? What the fuck? And so that's, yeah, just kind of blew me away. That's why I like had to ask for clarification. I was like, can I get a double double? No tomatoes, yes onion. He was like, okay. I'm like, can I get fries? He was like, do you want a drink? And that's why I had to be like, wait, what did you? What? Sorry? Like I thought I misheard. I was like, did you just ask if I want a drink? Yeah. And then we went through that unnecessary thing of like, what was that? He's like, do you want a drink? I was like, oh yes. Okay, well, would you like to drink? I'm like, that was so much that could have been cut out. We didn't need to do like so much of that, and we did all of it and more. And I just, and then I got thinking, I was like, does he know how weird that was? Like, is he just so locked in? Like, he does so many of these. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I didn't even think about that. What if he does this to everyone? Holy shit! Yeah, no, that order of questioning. I just don't think it was conducive to a good experience. And then he had the audacity, at the end to say, my pleasure. I'm like, all right, Chick-fil-A, chill out, Let's not get all up like that. Okay? I thought, damn it. I thought of a really bad joke. But no, I could never put it on the internet. So let's go back to the talking points. What was this? Oh yeah, speaking of like not talking to people, I did talk to someone, because, school. And I don't know what the fuck is, I think there's something wrong with me. You ever do something and you don't realize that it's fucking weird until there's a reaction that makes you realize it's weird? I was talking to this guy about, started talking about diet sodas, and he was like, oh yeah, he was talking about, there's this guy that drinks diet sodas, and that guy, thinks they're so healthy because they don't have sugar. So you can actually drink as many as you want. And so I went along with that idea. And then I was like, yeah, well, and I've talked about it on this podcast. I'm like, I feel like if you're going to do like soda, I feel like you just got to do the worst version of it. Like go all the way and just drink the worst soda you can drink. And then I don't know why I never thought about it until then. But like I thought about it in person, or we were on a call. I thought about the analogy. I was like, oh yeah, I was like, I feel the same way about like cookies. Like I've never understood why, or desserts, when people are like, I'm gonna eat a dessert, but I'm gonna make a healthy version. I'm like, you're already committed to the idea of a dessert. Just go all the way. And then it like clicked to me, and I put forward this analogy. I was like, it's almost like if you're gonna jump off a bridge and kill yourself. Don't jump off a 10-foot bridge. Jump off a 50. If you're going to do it, do it. And then the person reacted and said, ooh, that was a little morbid. I was like, oh shit, yeah. And then I realized, oh my God, I don't know how to fucking talk to people. I was like, that's one of those, hey, Garv, that's when you keep up there, bud. And I think I've lost my filter. Or not lost my filter. I think it's getting a little grayed, a little shaky. Like I don't know how to say the right things anymore. In any capacity. I don't know how to make videos. I don't know how to talk to people. What the fuck do I know how to do then? I'm now I think I'm maturing, because I did something earlier this week that made me realize, oh, that was a very mature thing to do, but no, it's not really. I had this marshmallow thing. It's like a thing you put in coffee. It's like this marshmallow disc with chocolate covering. I think it's for coffee or hot chocolate maybe. And I took a bite of it to try it, and disgusting. So I just like spit it out, and I was like, I think that's such like an adult thing to do, to like take a bite of something and then just like decide I'm not gonna do that. Like not in the future for sure, but not now either. Like I spit it out. I realized, oh, I never spit out food. Like you kind of just muscle through. And maybe it's because I was alone. I was like, I don't have to put on a show for anyone. I don't like this. Fuck it. And I just like spit it out and threw it away. I was like, oh, that's a thing that I never do. I was like, I think, isn't there like a point in life where you kind of like, you get to that where you're like, I don't have to impress anyone. If it, I don't know. It's a courtesy thing though. I think it's purely company. No, because I've been alone and I've been like, well, I have to finish this. You know, for what? For who? And then you get a stomach ache. What was that for? Which is funny because it implies that getting a stomach ache with company is okay. Like that's justified. Oh, of course you should get a stomach ache because you're with other people, duh. But don't get one alone, you idiot. No, how dumb. I saw these grad pictures of someone that went to BYU, and I don't know if you know, but it snows there. And so this blew me away. The grad photos were in the snow. I was like, wow, I'd never seen that before. And then it got me thinking, like, how weird is that? Like, because the campus only looks that way for a certain amount of time. And it got me thinking, I bet they take pictures with like snowmen. That's like a quirky thing to do. But I was like, Frosty's only there for a couple months. He didn't really do much, okay? Don't put him in the pictures. Out of let's say you were there for 4 years, he was only really there probably for a year. If we look at the amount of months, don't give him the same amount of credit. Okay, he doesn't deserve grad photos. Okay, you can't rely on him. Where do you think the term snowflake came from? Huh? It came from Frosty, because he's not very reliable. He doesn't show up year round. He's a snowflake, one might say. It's a dumb joke. I was thinking about this earlier today though. It was I don't know. I didn't think about it much, but I was like, I should just write that down. It's an interesting thought. I don't think it's like I don't know how much I could do with it, but I'm curious what other people think about this. Um, and it's the idea of which one's better. And then this is where I'm like, I think these are two different conversations. But I guess, which one would you rather be, uh, mad or sad? I think the thought started with which one's easier. Yes, it's that. Which one is easier to be, sad or mad? Or which one's better? Which one's better? Yeah, which one would you rather be? Which one's better? You know? And well, I came to the conclusion that I think it's better to be mad than sad. Because I think mad, if you can it's just a quick thing. I think you're mad, you can't be mad for such a long time. So if you can just manage that like flare up, that's great. The problem with sadness is it sits with you. And that is the fucking worst thing. And I feel like sadness comes from nowhere a lot of the time. Like you just begin to feel sad. But madness, there's like a cause. And so I feel like it's so much more rare. Also sadness, how do you get out of sadness? It's so I mean it's just a time thing, I believe. But like madness, I think there's remedies. Like you can listen to music and I think like yeah, if you feel a little huffy, boom. Like music can cure that shit with like 20 seconds of a song. If you feel sad, I don't think there's many songs that can raise a mood. There are songs that can double down and make you feel even more sad. So it got me thinking, is it easier or which one's better? Is it better to be sad or mad? And I think it's better. No, easier. I think it's easier to be mad than sad. Yeah, sad is like so hard to get out of. I think mad, I'd be curious if someone said mad is harder. Like it's easier to be sad. I feel like in every world it's harder to be it's easier to be mad. I'm fucking the words of this all the way up. But I think it's easier to be mad. Also, it's interesting. I feel like that's interesting. Sadness is more chronic, whereas mad is more like a case. It's like an instance, right? You know what I'm saying? This is stupid. See, this is where it's like I don't know how much I could add onto it. This is such an interesting question to me. I want to ask people it. Which one is easier? Is it easier to be sad or mad? So spoiler, I think it's mad. So not spoiler, but like spoiler for my answer. I say mad is easier to be. And the way I think about which one's easier is which one's easier to get out of. Oh, isn't that interesting? But then shouldn't you think which one's easier to be in? Oh, that's interesting. But the one that's easier to be in depends on how quickly you can get out of it, right? That's how you measure it. So they're connected. Because when you're in them, you think about getting out of them. And if one's easier to get out of, that makes that one easier, right? No, because, oh, this is interesting. Okay, I have a counter argument maybe. When you get mad, you can, I think you can do really stupid things, right? Like you'll never get sad and punch a wall, right? I don't think that's a thing. But like if you get mad, okay, okay. So yes, that goes back to the flare up thing. If you can manage that flare up, it's an intense flare up when you get mad. But if you can manage that, I think it's easier to be mad than sad. But sad's tough because it's a slow burn. You got to keep, like, maybe it doesn't cut as deep, but it's always there. And then it wears away at you. But mad, you just gotta, parry the blows in those certain instances. Whereas sad, you gotta sit in it. Hmm. But what's interesting is I keep saying easier now, right? But my note says better be sad or mad. I think I'm saying like which one would you prefer? Maybe that's the question. Ask someone, hey, would you rather be sad or mad? Oh, that's interesting. But because when I pose that question, I my answer has the option to change. No, it's tough to be sad. Yeah, sadness can never just go away. Madness can go away. It's that. Okay, no. No more debate. Mad. Okay, I'm realizing this is a really shitty podcast. I mean, the whole episode's dog shit, but like this portion is just me thinking out loud and it's bad. It's just me saying sad and mad a bunch of times. Whatever. But yeah, I think it's because I like skipped last week. I was like, oh, there's so much pressure to like make this one good, and yeah, no, drop the ball, huh? No, I think I psyched myself out pretty hard because I recorded that YouTube video. And I think it's terrible. Still gonna make it. Definitely will make it. But I don't know. Uh, I started using mouthwash. I don't know if it's good or not. It hurts. Like about 17 to 20 seconds into swishing, it starts to hurt, and that's when you're like, I think it's working. But no, I saw this thing. This dentist was like, yeah, I brush my teeth. No, sorry. I floss, I brush my teeth, and I use mouthwash. I do this twice a day. I was like, oh, damn. And her teeth are mad white. I was like, I should do that. Because I was flossing and brushing my teeth, but I never used mouthwash. There's no way people listen to this. There's no shot people listen to this. This is a guy saying, I started using mouthwash. Really? Dude. Let's make a joke about mouthwash. What is mouthwash? Mouthwash. I mean, mouthwash would be great right now because I have a lot of shit spewing out of my mouth. So that would clean it up, right? What the fuck? Mouthwash, I feel like a poser when I use mouthwash because it feels like I'm taking a shot, but like I don't drink. So I'm like, every time I use mouthwash, I'm like, you idiot. Who do you think you are? Put that down. Yeah. Because I use the cap, you know? And the cap is like a little shot glass. And I go, you know, and it burns a little bit. And you're like, fuck you. You know? You're not cool. In about 12 seconds, you're going to start making a face like this because it hurts. Don't act like you're a tough guy. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. Your gums still bleed when you floss. That should go away after about 2 days. That just means you have soft gums. You're not cool. I know. Jeez, I have to say it so many times. I talked about pho last episode, right? I was like, oh, pho is good. I was talking about pho with Kat and Alex, and I didn't tell it on this podcast, but I was telling them, they're like, what do you think of pho? I was like, I think it's good. But I was like, you know what? This food has one of those unique characteristics where you just keep eating it. Like, I was eating it for like 20 minutes at that point. I was like, it doesn't look like anyone's touched this. And they're like, yeah. I was like, so pho's good, but it's an extremely demoralizing food. And they're like, huh. I was like, yeah. I was like, because it's great. It's warms you up, tastes good. But you look down and you're like, have I made progress? And it's like, no, you haven't. It's like, oh, okay. It's like you ever work. You know what pho is? Pho is like when you do math homework, but problem one has like parts A through G. And it's like, well, how many letters is up to G? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it's 7. It's actually not that many parts. But no, yeah, but you know, you have parts A through G. Wait, I should know that, right? Because music, A through G is 7. It's really late. I mean, it's 6:43 a.m., but I haven't slept. So, you know, maybe that's what's making this so shitty. A lack of sleep. Oh my God. Guy takes 44 minutes to find out why he sucks. Yeah, well, actually, guy takes 23 years to find out why he sucks, but still can't figure it out. No, but pho is like that A through G problem one. You spent like an hour doing 7 problems, but at the end of the day, it's just the same problem. That's so stupid. Like, that's the thing. You work on pho for like an hour, and it looks like you took maybe a spoonful out, and at that point, who can tell, you know? Like, you put in the work of 7 problems, but to the outside world, they're like, congrats, you did problem 1. It's like, no, please know that I did so much more. These numbers don't represent me. Anyways, I'm sorry for missing a week. It's tough because I ideally, like, to keep on schedule, I should record these on Friday. But then I'm like, I feel like all my ideas happen on Saturday and Sunday. And like, then the podcast wouldn't be a good representation. No, it ruins my weekend if I record on Friday, because Saturday and Sunday I just keep thinking about how stupid that what I said was. The great thing about recording Sunday night, Monday morning is that I just edit it and I post it. And I don't think about it. Woo, that's actually could be a bad thing, could be a good thing, but it helps with stress because I don't have to think about it being good. I just think about it being a thing. I don't think about it at all. Well, good thing this is going to go up in 12 hours. That way I don't have to think about it at all. I apologize for this. The video I recorded, you'll see it in about a week or two. Um, and yeah, thanks for listening. There's no way you did, though. There's no shot you listened to this. Holy fuck, so many great like points to hit the ejecto button. No shot you made it this far. But if you did, thank you for listening. And next week, I hesitate to say it'll be better, but what could be worse, you know? Yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye. Oh, wait. Sorry. Fuck. I messed up. Talk at you next week. Bye.